Yeah, this looks like an absolute horror movie. The resonance here is absolutely crazy. Good morning, everyone. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. I plan to take you to a place which is quite hidden in Bucharest, unknown even to the locals. That's after will be unblocked from here. Apparently, Bobruznik is blocked by this car. I tried to call the guy, doesn't pick up the phone. Mă deblocați și pe mine, vă rog?
Cum să?
Bine, aștept, nicio problemă. He has actually picked up the phone. He'll be coming to move the car, and then we can go on the road. So I actually reached the place, but the area is pretty suspect if you're looking around. So I'll be leaving an old GoPro running inside, and let me show you around. So we'll leave this running here just to have some surveillance. I do have the dash cam, but it only triggers when there's a bump, and I'll be starting exploring. From 1877 to 1878, Romania fought its War of Independence against the Ottoman Empire. After that war, the state of Romania was declared independent. It basically joined the Russian-Turkish War, helping the Russians prevail. After the war, the Russians, still stationed here, made sure to take away what was ours, southern Bessarabia, and grant us also what was ours, the historical region of Dobruja. After that moment, starting with 1881, when the king was coronated, the need of defending Bucharest started to be more and more obvious. So it was decided that Bucharest will be defended by a series of forts which would have artillery pieces every couple of kilometers in order to defend the entire city. Henri Brialmont was the name of the Belgian military engineer and architect which was commissioned to build this belt of forts around Bucharest. And this is the first and the most complex because after that the funding went down. So welcome to fort number 1, Chitila. You can notice on top over there, there's still the coat of arms of Romanian kingdom before 1914. Before World War I, the shape of Romania was slightly different. Transylvania and Bucovina were still part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, while the eastern part of Moldova, Bessarabia, which is today Republic of Moldova, was grabbed by the Russian Empire in 1812. These provinces became part of Romania at the end of World War I in 1918. Upper right, European bison head, Moldova. Upper left, the eagle, Țara Românească. Lower left is the line with the bridge, Oltenia. Lower right, Dobruja. You can also see the official motto, or what's left of it, Nihil sine Deo, nothing without God. And below that, 2 crossed cannons. We will be exploring it together, or at least a part of it, because my instincts tell me not to go alone too far. I could get lost anytime. It's not recommended in such an old building. You can also notice dangers lurking, but I'll try to show you as much as I can. Whoa, already got scared. Now it's absolutely dark, and I don't want to go too far away into that. Now I visited other two forts of Bucharest. And indeed they were not so complex. This front part was actually missing. There we go. I am expecting a jump scare anytime here because there's wildlife. I smell foxes. I can notice that some people already explored the place recently. So let's have a look. Ouch. I also forgot to remove my sunglasses, which is definitely not recommended when you're going into the dark. We are at the main entrance into the barracks, continuing with the actual fort, the area with the artillery pieces, and apparently this fort was built with 6 turrets. Unfortunately, I cannot offer you an aerial view because there's a flying restriction on drones here, so I'll have to get approval. I will not go too far away because it's super creepy, and the damn seagulls laughing on me from outside makes the place extremely creepy. There we go. So in front of us, not sure if you noticed, there's some steps, a staircase. I have an idea that on the right and left hand side there's other stairs that lead to the turrets, and then you can go all the way on top. I'm not gonna be doing that today because I don't want to get lost in the fort. I never been here, but I'll take you to this wing here and see what we get. Yeah, this looks like an absolute horror movie. The resonance here is absolutely crazy. Even your clothes are laughing on you. You feel that, you have that feeling that someone is watching you all the time. So apparently these rooms for the barracks are about 5.5 meters long by a radius for this arch of about 2.5 meters. It is relatively clean, and then you can continue on this wing here, and there's a corner which I will not explore today for obvious reasons. Now, since I haven't done my proper research, I'll be leaving the area because I don't want to be stuck here. Oh, this is creepy. All these sounds are super creepy when you're here alone. As mentioned, I know a couple of other forts which are not as cool as this one, but the area is cleaner, so I'll try to take you around a bit. I have to admit that I was feeling relieved from exiting. So apparently this one here is the guards area, and then we have the actual fort area. Now this place here used to be so we can move up and explore a little bit more. There is not much to explore here because of the thick vegetation. Yes, super old. The place looks super dirty. So apparently there was a series of 36 such fortifications around Bucharest. Now this one being one of the most complex, and indeed I could see that through the fact that it actually has a front with the guards corps. Now these were all built pretty much underground, so as you can notice they're not on an elevated position, they're actually built like in a hole. As a result, they had quite some issues with floods, and they were obsolete before they were even completed. As the smokeless powder became a technology, the old cannons didn't have their purpose anymore. So they were transformed in other things. The fort number 13, if I'm not mistaken, was transformed into a prison. It's called Zilava, which is a word reminding of humidity. The fort 14, I believe I have visited it, and it is now a part of a military unit. It's not used, but being on their premises makes it quite restricted. There's also fort number 10 where people do play airsoft, and that one is quite well taken care of, although it's not as complex as this one. We will be going around the fort in hope of finding some better shots. It's my first time here, so don't be too harsh on me. Watch my videos. Maybe I'll be coming back with an entire team. Interesting. We have some beautiful birds of prey. I could see a hawk. I need the map to make sure that we'll not get lost here. There we go. Nope, not yet. Unofficial dumping spot. Yes, there it is. Another entrance. I spot another entrance into the fort, most likely on this side, although not an entrance according to the plan. Another entrance into the fort can be seen here. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. There it is. That's the other entrance. So let's look around. So we're back in front of it. From what I can see here, this is the only area with a paved road. So my conclusions is that indeed this one is the most complex. I couldn't say of all the ones because I only seen 3, and this is the third fort that I'm seeing. This one is surrounded by a paved road with cobblestone, which the others lacked. But I can see that the entire property is actually suffocated by other properties. So the premises must have been much larger. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go inside, and I will not be able to raise the drone here. I could see it's a restricted area, but also I promise that I'll be back. Please let me know if you'd like more videos about this place and more information.